I am Raul Estevez.
And I'm Credle.
I'm Mike Reid.
And I'm Kelin. We're here at Sugarloaf for a special edition of The Insider. This is the much anticipated Sugarloaf. 60 CHC students are going to live here next semester. We went on a tour with Katie Quinn.
Quite yet, but it will be eventually.
Well, our lucky ones are mostly seniors, but a few juniors and sophomores as well. There will be no first years living over in Sugarloaf, mostly because we really wanted to give this opportunity to the upperclassmen. This is a double occupancy room. This is a standard room that you would see in Sugarloaf, with, of course, our beautiful window, huge window, that is almost the entire length of the wall. It will house 2 students with 2 twin beds, 2 desks, 2 bookshelves, 2 wardrobes, your standard set of residential hall furniture. It also includes a bathroom for both of the residents in the room, as well as a small vanity sink in the room as well. It'll have air conditioning and heating within the room, so the residents will be able to manage it themselves. And in all honesty, I mean, they're living almost like in a hotel, so it's very different than what traditional residence hall style living is, in that it's a little bit more self-contained.
So here we are at Sugarloaf, where 60 students are gonna be living in that resident hall right there across from me. And to my left is the bridge, which is not finished yet, that leads straight to the halls. Now, I managed to get an interview with the first student that saw the dorms on the inside before anybody else, and here's what he said. So Eric, how does it feel to be the first one to actually be inside the rooms of Sugarloaf?
Oh, I'm really surprised. I mean, it looks like an awesome place to live. Like, the rooms are huge, the view is beautiful, and I'm stunned. I say anyone that, you know, didn't apply for housing here is really, you know, out of luck, you know what I mean? Because year after next, after everyone hears how good this place is going to look, then they're going to die for this place, you know?
This area is going to be our laundry facility. You'll have washers and dryers. And then the room right across from it, right next door, is going to have vending machines. So soda, snack, possibly frozen food and ice cream, as well as a little mini sitting area as well.
Right now we're here at the pool house, one of the many great attractions, but maybe the greatest attraction of Sugarloaf. What makes this so special? What are the special features?
Well, as you can see, this pool house is 2 stories, and down on the main floor we'll actually have TV, and we'll probably be able to provide a lot of programming down on this room, on this floor, in this room. On the upper floor, we have actually got a very large pool table that's quite nice, that will offer students a chance to go up, play pool, have a good time without having to go all the way over to campus to use the pool tables there. The pool will not be available next year, but we are hoping to get it up and running for the following year.
We also spoke with the man who's managing the construction of Sugarloaf.
The exterior is completely finished with new windows, stucco, roof. That is all completed. Interior, there's some plumbing fixtures that need to be put in, and of course all the finishes, the wallpapering or paint, carpeting, ceilings, things like that. So we're ahead of schedule, and we're definitely going to be ready for the students when they're moving in.
There's some other big news last week. Chestnut Hill got a new athletic logo. This Griffin is out. Here's what's in.
Chestnut Hill College unveiled its long-awaited logo, which promised to be a big event, and it lived up to all the expectations. Along with a live DJ, there was also the staple of any college student's diet, that being pizza. Our own student government was giving out free t-shirts with the logo on it. This logo took over a year to create, and it's meant to send a very particular message.
One of the things we tried to do was to 3-dimensionalize our Griffin instead of the 1-dimensional black and white Griffin that we had before. One of the things we also wanted to do was maintain our rich history as an all-women's college. So you'll notice the wings of the Griffin are open as opposed to closed, and that is because female Griffins never close their wings. So we try to incorporate all those things. In the meantime, giving the impression that the Griffin is very proud and ready for action, ready to pounce.
So you have a combination of a very strong, a very wise animal that certainly is mythic in origin, but hopefully will symbolize for us the strength and intelligence and the prowess of our athletic teams. We spent an awful lot of time designing the head. It looked cowardly at one point, it looked too fierce at another point, so we were finally able to strike the balance of the mission, going back, not being too fierce against our competitors, but being determined and confident when we face them on the field or on the court.
We'll have no cowardly lion here in Chestnut Hill College.
That's right. The only cowardly lion is on the stage.
So what do the athletes think of this new logo? The Insider's own Dan Kelin spoke with some of them.
I think it looks pretty fierce. It's definitely a change, like Division II now, so it's cool.
I like it. I like the upgrade. It's very fresh, as she was saying, but it kind of just looks like a bird. Like, I don't feel as if it represents like the Griffin.
A logo really doesn't define like a team, so as far as I'm concerned, I think a logo is a logo. All it is just a mascot.
They could have done something bigger. They should have changed the logo, just the whole mascot in general. That could have dropped some bombs around here, you know.
What do you think about our new logo?
I'd say the new logo is a lot better than the old one. The colors are more flashy and it stands out more as a symbol.
Do you think it serves to inspire you, you know, create any sense of team unity? Does it make you feel more fierce on the field?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, our old logo is kind of plain, so if you have a better flashy logo, kind of puts a little flame in your team.
And no, folks, we haven't forgotten about our weekly talent segment. Here's Mike Reid with the sensational Chestnut Hill Trio.
Today on CHC We Got Talent, we're featuring the Chestnut Hill Trio, famed on YouTube as well as on campus. They'll be introducing themselves and telling us why they got started.
Hi, I'm Kate Sprandio, I'm a sophomore. Hi, I'm Asht Steele, and I'm also a sophomore.
And I'm Brittany Martin, and I'm also a sophomore.
And how did you come up with the idea or just get started for this whole thing?
Well, it started last year when we were freshmen, beginning of the year. I had a single, and they lived next door. They were roommates. And I was just playing around on my computer, and they came over, and I was like, hey, let's make a video.